So me and my dad found this $1,200 deal on a rare BMW on Facebook Marketplace. Only issue is the car was like 6 hours away in Quebec, so we had to FaceTime the guy just to see the car and figure out if we wanted to make that drive.
The cooling is good.
Okay. So that spring is broken on the back left?
The spring on the front. On the back is no spring on this car, right? Or is it, I'm not sure that he's having shot.
So what do you think, Dad?
But it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Like, definitely, you're not gonna find one of those. They're rare cars.
So with a few days to spare, we started to plan our trip, but from the jump, it became evident that this was not going to be easy. Dad, I think we might have a problem.
What?
I just saw something online that said we should expect incredible snowfalls this weekend.
That doesn't mean anything.
Not even regular snow, incredible snow.
You have snow tires?
Okay, so it's early in the morning. It's 4:58, and we are headed to Ottawa. And of course, like I like to do before any long road trip, is just wash my car. I want to be driving on the road in a clean car, especially if it's for a long period of time. So we set off on our trip with hopeful spirits, driving through the sunrise, literally having no idea what peril and disappointment awaited us.
So right now we're traveling on the 401 heading to Quebec, and the roads have been pretty bad. The last few minutes, maybe half an hour, we've been driving about 60 kilometers an hour on a lot of black ice, and as a lot of you may know, black ice is a very dangerous type of ice. It's much more dangerous than the white ice that we would sometimes deem as snow. But, this black ice has been rather treacherous. We saw a couple people already spin off the road. Cops are there trying to wait till tows get there, but we're taking our time so far. So 2 hours, 21 minutes to go. We hope it's worth the drive. Everybody is driving way too fast for the conditions. Here we have a totally upside down vehicle.
Okay, so we stopped at an en route here to get the Canadian regular Tim Hortons.
Holy smokes, Steve.
You gotta tread where it counts.
Oh my gosh. Steve. How are we surviving on these? Oh my goodness. No wonder the car is sliding.
So after making our way through Ontario's version of the Icefields Parkway, we eventually did get some clear roads and made our way into Ottawa and then Quebec to our U-Haul, which had our second problem waiting for us. So here's the problem. We ordered a auto transport from U-Haul to pick up here at this location. I actually had it at a different location, and they were like, hey, that location doesn't actually have it, so go to this location. That's what they told me yesterday. So I was like, okay, cool. We're at the new location that they told us to come to. We're here, and they don't have what we're looking for. They just said they don't have it at all.
Well, from what I can tell, you are out of luck, but I am in Nova Scotia and have no sweet clue where any of this stuff is. You just happen to roll over, so I'm just going to see if I can get you sorted. 1 second.
I'm searching all over Ottawa, north of Ottawa, up to Montreal, St. Andrews West, which is up of Iroquois, up of Providence. We don't have anything.
Yeah, we just drove 5 hours from Toronto. I mean, the place we're at has a tow dolly. Gatineau says they have a tow dolly. Our problem is that we can't use a tow dolly because of the vehicle that we're towing.
Okay, well, you know what? You can just forget it then.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So we have no trailer. We're in Ottawa. Ottawa has no trailers.
Ottawa and surrounding area has no trailers.
This is a mess. This is why you don't use U-Haul.
It is what it is. Let's go see the car and talk to Francois. Was he calling me? Hold on. Hello? You know what? I think we should be able to tow a manual car in neutral. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
that's right. So, okay, so the
Is the front drive shaft in?
It's not towards the differential. I'm sorry. It's just the shaft.
Oh, okay, the shaft
Just
from
the
the
shaft,
the
okay.
transfer case to the front differential is not there.
To the front differential.
Okay. So my only concern is you said the back strut is, I mean the shock is blown, right? Or the spring is
Yeah,
cracked?
No, the truck on the front is blue. The back just makes square noise.
Okay, you know, should we get the dolly then?
You can try it. It's gonna be really low though.
You know what? We're here because we didn't go too far from the U-Haul, so we'll just go back and see. We told them to cancel the reservation, but I doubt somebody came since then to take a car dolly. Let's get this dolly.
Yeah, it's gonna be too low. I did the same thing with my E34 and I had to bring it back, remember? Because it ruined my exhaust.
And then to tow it with the engine.
I know, you can't do it the other way around.
So what are you thinking?
It's just gonna be really low. It's gonna be scraping off the exhaust. Unless we
Not
remove the exhaust.
No, but your E34 was low.
Yeah, and this is also low.
Yeah, but we gotta find a way to jack it up. Even if we put a couple pieces of 2x4 in between where the spring is. Because that's the only reason. That's the only reason why the thing is low.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what we're about to do. This has been an absolute mess, and this is more so just proof that you shouldn't use U-Haul. You should just buy your own trailers because this has been ridiculous. But we have a tow dolly. We're gonna try and figure it out now. So seeing as we're now in Quebec, my dad decided to try his best at charming the locals with what he would like to call his French connection. But he really can't speak French though.
All I have to do is say a couple French words and people go, you speak French?
What did you say to him before?
I said salut,
That's what she said.
bonjour. It's just the natural way in which I say the French. It makes it sound so
painful.
compelling. No?
So painful to listen to.
C'est dommage. C'est fatigué. Les salles de bain.
So we made it. We're gonna go take a look at the car now. This is nice. But that's not what we're picking up. Okay, so this is the car we came to pick up, guys. It is a facelift E91
Wagon specifically.
Wagon. Oh, 6-speed. 6-speed. That's the key. E91 6-speed. Panel roof. It's not a super common car. But yeah, this is it. You guys can see. It's not too bad. We got some rusty fenders here. This fender's pretty rusty. And this fender also pretty rotted out there. Yeah, it's done. But yeah, it's been sitting for a while. As you can see,
How high is it?
I don't know how much higher it got.
It didn't get much higher. Oh wow.
There's a good amount of stuff. So it turns out that Francois had a ton of extra parts in the trunk from a previous E91 that he had parted out and gotten rid of. So the three of us set off to transferring the parts from the E91 into my E53 so that we could take some of the weight off the back of the car and hopefully be able to, I don't know, figure something out with this spring so that we could safely tow it in the back.
Spring is.
It was rubbing on the drive shaft. You can see where it was rubbing right there.
Is the spring that broken?
Yeah, broken right in half. So we went through a couple kind of harebrained ideas trying to get something in between this spring and the car to raise it up, and we ended up settling on a piece of 2x4.
And put. Now, do we put the crack end down or up? Well,
Yes.
it'll be under compression.
I don't know if I can navigate this gap right here.
Okay, so you're gonna get the car out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now getting the car in the trailer was easy enough, but we were pretty skeptical about the ride height in the rear because of our very jerry-rigged solution, but honestly we just sent it.
There you go. It's scary, eh? You think you're gonna fall? So this is what we're trying to make work, guys. We weren't able to get the trailer that we were looking for, but we have a tow dolly. This is a manual wagon, so we're gonna try and hopefully make this all work. And the only issue that we're really concerned about is the back over here, because the spring is just completely cracked in half. So we put a block of wood in there, and we're hoping that it has enough clearance as we go driving home. You guys can see there, it's not great. It's pretty low, but we are gonna hope that it works out.
It's not dark yet. Only thing is now, because we got all these parts in the back, the car just smells nasty. All these parts, that looks nice.
Survive's gonna be working today, man. Roads in Quebec.
Yeah, I know, right? Try and fix these broken old BMWs.
Hey, man. Well, like I said to you, new BMWs are not project cars; they're daily drivers.
Okay, so we're just leaving Walmart. Had to stop and get some windshield washer fluid and some sunflower seeds for my dad, because he's gonna dry them. Okay, so now we're on the side of the road because we have a coolant leak.
Oh wow. Yeah, that thing is not even on properly. First, I think it has to be centered.
Yep, it is centered right
It is?
now, yeah. Okay. It seems like it's on.
You try to push it off.
I'm trying.
Okay. Praise the Lord, that one was not a
Hose that
that actually
Exploded.
all we had to do was refit the hose and fill it back up with some water.
Ne'er a dull moment with Daniil's car.
That's for sure. And we have heat again.
Anyways, we're back on the road. We have heat again. It seems like it wasn't just the coolant hose fitting that needed to be pushed back on. We put it back on, and now it seems to be good. No more coolant leak. But we filled it up with water, so I gotta replace that with some coolant before it gets cold tonight. Okay, we're almost there. E90 is still in tow. And everything's looking decent. That is not super high. Thankfully though, we were able to get through the rest of the trip without any incidents and made it back into Toronto safely. No way that we could get lost. Okay, we finally made it home. Okay guys, so here it is, the Montego Blue E91 6-speed. And this is going to be a project that we're going to be working on for the next few months, and the first order of business is just going to be general restoration. It needs a new alternator. Obviously you guys know the springs are busted, front and rear. There's some modules and stuff that need to be figured out, and like there's issues with this. It needs work. So we got a lot of stuff to do on this thing. First order of business is getting it running and driving right. So yeah, thanks for watching this crazy journey that me and my dad went on, and stay tuned for more of the updates on this thing. Montego Blue.